Hi everyone! For those of you just tuning into this video series, my name is Carrie and I'm a distributor for Kangen Water ionizers. On today's demonstration we're going to talk a little bit about the difference between alkaline water and alkalized water. And we're going to look at the pH and the ORP of several different alkaline bottled waters and of course compare that to Kangen water. So I'm going to go ahead and pour a small glass of each of these bottled waters here, and we'll show you what we've got going. So this very first one I'm going to pour is called Life Water, and this is a purified water, pH balanced, electrolytes for taste. So we'll go ahead and pour a little bit of this in our glasses. All right, and next up we have the popular Smart Water. Now here we have a vapor distilled water and electrolytes for taste, purely balanced pH. So we'll get this one poured in here. All right. Next up on our list we have Core Hydration. This is perfectly balanced pH purified water. So again, core hydration here. All right, the next one we've got is going to be Great Value brand. It says call Hydrate, and it is alkaline water, 9.5 pH or higher, purified water with electrolytes for taste. So you can see this here. Get this poured. And the fifth one we've got is Essentia. Now this one is really popular from an alkaline water standpoint. Ionized hydration, it states on the bottle, 9.5 pH or higher, purified water with electrolytes for taste. So all of these bottled waters that I've been pouring, they're usually done and filtered with a reverse osmosis process, which strips all of the natural occurring minerals from the water. So when you see something say electrolytes for taste, it means these minerals that are naturally found in the water have been stripped from the reverse osmosis process, and then they have gone through a process of remineralization. So they've added some compounds back into the water, some minerals, some chemicals, and it has gone ahead and added those electrolytes back in, those minerals back in for taste. All right, last up we've got the Kangen Water. Now this is Kangen Water 9.5, and we're going to get this guy poured. All right, perfect. So we've got these poured. I'm going to go ahead and add our pH drops. So we'll go ahead and test the alkalinity of each of these waters first. So I'm going to go ahead and add 2 drops in each of our little small glasses. All right. So let's put some color indicators here, so that we can see the color really good on this video. So I think these will hold it up. Let us see that pretty good. Perfect. So on the very first one, we've got Life Water. And give these guys a little bit of a stir. So this Life Water really does seem to be right around that neutral pH. So definitely not an alkaline water on that one. And it says pH balanced, it does not say alkaline. Again, on our Smart Water, same thing. This is going to be a neutral pH, and it did not say alkaline on it. On our Core Hydration, it says perfectly balanced pH, and it states that on the back it's got a perfect pH of 7.4. So that seems to be right in line with what we're finding. The green is going to be neutral at a 7.0 pH. And it looks like this one is just right between the neutral and slightly alkaline. It's got a nice little turquoise color to it. And here we go over into our ones that are actually stating that they are alkaline. And so we'll give each of these guys a stir. Perfect. And so this is our Hydrate Alkaline Water 9.5. And as you can see, this really does have that nice alkaline color. So from a pH indicator, these 3 are definitely going to be your alkaline bottled waters. These other ones down here, if you're buying them thinking they're alkaline, they're not. So Next up is going to be the Essentia, and you can tell this one is a little bit more of a blue than purple, so it seems like it's not quite as alkaline, but definitely when you have them all side by side, they do look very similar. So, and then on our end here, of course, we have our Kangen Water, which is going to be that beautiful alkaline dark purple color. So you can see here where we definitely have a split between what is actually alkaline and what is just, you know, bottled water that's been electrolytes added back into the water after the process. So one interesting thing I'd like to share with you, did you know that there are actually two different ways that you can create alkaline water? So the first is chemically, and the second is electrically. For chemically created alkaline water, the pH of the water is actually increased to a higher level with the addition of inorganic chemicals. These are chemicals such as sodium bicarbonate, which is baking soda. Let's see, this one has potassium hydroxide, calcium chloride, the magnesium chloride. Essentia has purified water by reverse osmosis with the addition of sodium bicarbonate, baking soda, dipotassium phosphate, magnesium sulfate, and calcium chloride. Now, calcium chloride is listed as the electrolyte for taste. So, definitely getting some chemicals, some inorganic minerals, things that are not normally found in your water when you're using a bottled alkaline water. If you are drinking bottled alkaline water, you are drinking chemically altered water that has been inorganically raised to the proper pH that they're stating on the bottle. It's kind of pointless to be drinking this chemically created alkaline water. It doesn't do anything for you, and most people just say it's simply overpriced baking soda water. So, on the other hand, and the point of this demonstration, of course there's a point, electrically created alkalized water, which is Kangen water, actually has been created using the process of electrolysis. And during this process, water passes over electrically charged plates, and this actually changes the molecular structure of the water. So this separates the water molecules into acidic and alkaline components, and the electrical current also separates out the alkaline minerals that are naturally occurring in the water. So these beneficial minerals like calcium, magnesium, potassium, they're going to be filtered through the Kangen water ionizer machine, and they're going to come out on the alkaline output side. So they're going to be included in your alkaline Kangen water. And so because of this electrolysis process, the alkalized electrically reduced Kangen water is actually packed full of antioxidants, the world's most powerful antioxidant, which is called molecular hydrogen. And that is formed during this electrolysis process. When the water molecules are split, you get your hydrogen protons that are split off from your water molecule. These hydrogen protons link up in pairs, forming molecular hydrogen. And the other part of that split is something called an hydroxide ion, which is OH negative, and that actually provides the alkalinity of the water, as well as those beneficial minerals that I told you about that are already in the water. So how are we able to test and examine the antioxidant capabilities of a liquid? Well, we actually have a testing device called an ORP meter. And if you've been following along on this video series, you've probably seen me do several of these tests. What's the interesting part about this test is that we have not, in previous tests, we've not tested any alkaline liquids. Most of our liquids have all been neutral or acidic, and that's just how those demos had fallen. And so I thought it would be interesting to go ahead and test the ORP of some alkaline bottled water and compare that to the ORP of alkalized Kangen water and see if they have any sort of similarities. So when we are using an ORP meter, ORP again stands for oxidation reduction potential, and this simply shows the liquid's ability to reduce oxidation. So free radicals in the body cause oxidative stress. Oxidative stress is bad, oxidation is bad, and so I recently just did a demonstration of pH and ORP on the popular soft drinks, Sprite, Gatorade, bottled water, Again, these were acidic and they all had a positive ORP. So this test today, I was curious and wanted to run to see what happens when we look at the ORP of alkaline. Is it the alkalinity that makes a liquid have antioxidant potential, or is there something deeper? So again, on this meter, anything positive is going to be considered bad. It's oxidizing, it's aging, it's causing oxidative stress. And so negative values on this machine are actually good. That's what we want. They're anti-oxidizing, anti-aging. They reduce this oxidative stress. So let's go ahead and test the ORP of each of these alkaline waters. So this first one again is this Life water. We are just going to start, we're going to let it set in here for just a little bit as it starts doing its thing. And I'll bring the glasses up to the video so that we can see the meter reading on it before I take it out of the water. And it does jump around a little bit, but so we'll give it an approximate. So right now we are, you can see on this one we are at 180, positive 190, positive 196. So we're at positive 200. And we're still climbing up here. So I'm at positive 210 right now. So again, oops. Let's see if I don't knock these all over. So as it sits right now, positive 215. I'm going to go ahead and pull that out. And we'll go into the smart water now. Now smart water immediately has jumped up. It is at positive 225, 223. So again, positive 220 on the smart water is where we'll give that. So two positives now, and neither of these are the alkaline waters. These guys are neutral. So let's see what happens when we go into a slightly alkaline water. Now this is that core hydration. So I think you can see this here. We are at a positive 217. So positive 215 on this one. So a little bit better, a little bit lower. Let's look at this. Now this is going to be our first alkaline water that we're testing. So this is the Hydrate alkaline water. It's got a 9.5 pH. And so you can see this one immediately starts dropping down a little bit. We are still positive. So right now this one is at a positive 135. Seems to be pretty stable, positive 134 on this one. So again, we still didn't get down into our negative numbers, which is what we really, really want to see. So from this standpoint, the alkalinity of the water doesn't seem to make a difference on the ORP. So I've got it now in the Essentia water. And we've got a positive 134 here. So again, these guys are still positive. And this seems to stable out at positive 134. And into our Kangen Water 9.5 we go. So you can see, I'm going to pull this up here, this is dropping rather quickly. So we've just crossed the threshold now into negative numbers. So we went so we're at negative 75 right now, and it's still dropping. Negative 130, negative 150, negative 175, negative 200, negative 220. Oops, sorry, I guess you guys can't see that. So negative 230. We're at negative 245 now. All right, we seem to be stabilizing right now at negative 250. So you can see it's a completely opposite direction of these. So really the fact that we have alkaline water, they don't play a role in the ORP. And that's where we get the difference between alkaline water and alkalized water. Alkalized water is ionized. This water is full of antioxidants. This water is full of molecular hydrogen. And what this molecular hydrogen does is it is able to neutralize and prevent these free radicals from creating this oxidative stress. And so molecular hydrogen reduces oxidative stress. It improves memory, it improves cognitive function, it reduces brain fog, it reduces allergies, it reduces inflammation and oxidative stress related diseases. It reduces bone, joint, and muscular pain. It reduces muscular fatigue. It reduces soreness. It improves energy, endurance, and increases overall heart health. Molecular hydrogen right now is being studied as treatment options for rheumatoid arthritis, diabetes, obesity, Parkinson's, Alzheimer's disease, cardiovascular diseases, degenerative diseases, inflammation, autoimmune disorders, and many, many more oxidative stress related diseases. So molecular hydrogen is phenomenal. And while the ORP meter doesn't directly measure the amount of molecular hydrogen in a substance, it simply measures the liquid's ability to reduce oxidation. But you can see none of these other 5 bottled waters that we tested today have a negative ORP. They are all positive, between positive 150 to positive 250, I think is what we saw the range. And positive ORP is oxidizing. It is bad for you. It causes oxidative stress. It encourages these free radicals. It does nothing to prevent oxidation. And so, again, what we are looking for is a negative ORP. And the Kangen water is the only thing sitting on the counter here. It is alkalized water, and it is ionized. It is hydrogen rich, and it is absolutely the best water on the planet. I got a video on my IGTV, Facebook, and YouTube channels that talk specifically about oxidative stress in more detail. So definitely check that out. And as you can see, the Kangen water is it's far superior than all of these other bottled alkaline waters. And so if you are someone who is buying bottled water, alkaline water, and expecting some sort of health benefit, I honestly wouldn't waste your money if I were you. In fact, if you are currently purchasing and drinking bottled alkaline water, you might consider looking at the costs that you're spending on that bottled water versus the costs of a Kangen water machine. If I break my monthly Kangen machine payment into a daily amount, and I were to compare it to the cost of these bottled waters, buying 2 of these bottles of water is more than I pay for my Kangen machine in one day. So if you're going to be spending that money, you might as well spend it on a Kangen water machine because it's going to do a whole lot more good. If you would like to learn more about Kangen water, or you have any questions, please feel free to contact me, send me a DM, leave me a comment, reach out to me. I'd love to have a conversation with you. And if you have someone who may have referred this video to you, then please get back in touch with them. And again, I hope you've enjoyed this video and learned a little bit about the difference between bottled alkaline waters and alkalized Kangen water. Thanks so much for watching this video, and I hope you have a wonderful day.